In 1960, A.C. Gilbert released this, the 31021. This little blue industrial service switcher was a relatively simple model put in their starter set, but to this day it's still a pretty interesting model. It's die cast, so it's fairly heavy, has a nice 5-pole motor, and it has rods to it. So that's what makes it a little bit more unique than an average 2-axle switcher. But what if I told you there was a variant that was even more rare than this one? Released in 1958 and 59, the 31013 had a black scheme and counterweights to it. Despite this being made for 2 years and the little blue one for 1, this one seems to be the less common model, therefore being a slightly more expensive version. I'm really glad to have both of them, especially on the hunt for this one after all these years. And my challenge now is going to make this look like a brand new locomotive. It is very, very much in great condition. There might be 1 or 2 paint chips, but aside from that, it looks really good. And it is mechanically sound. So this is going to be a fun little project, and I'd like to show you guys how I work on a model to make it that way. Now before I get started with anything, one initial thing I like to do is sort of a test run, and I'd prefer to do that with the Bachmann rollers. Don't need to have it going over any track right now, just to get an idea of what the condition is. And since it's also been probably a long time since this was last serviced, I'd probably want to do this for just a limited time. But let's see what this looks like for a first time performance in who knows how long. Let's put this at 35. Can't quite see the rods from here, but everything looks fine. The current isn't too bad, but with the cleaning, lubrication, and magnetization of the motor, I expect this to be a bit more efficient, but this is where we're standing right now. So here's the model up close in detail, and as we can see, it looks relatively good. As I said, there's like maybe a few small imperfections. I think the biggest one is right there, and that's really a drop in the bucket. We seem to have all the little details there, nothing broken off or missing. It looks really good for its age. But it also has definitely been ran. It's not like this was just a shelf queen. We could see that there's definitely some wear on the wheels. Yeah, it's had some life. The gear it's a little bit worn out, but it still holds up relatively well. I know that could probably really love a good lubrication. Yeah, definitely could use a good cleaning. But this is a really neat locomotive. And I'm really happy to be able to bring this back to closest to like new conditions I can get. This locomotive here is over 65 years old, and let's make it look really fresh. Really good indication to tell if the mechanism is at least in decent shape. You can actually roll the gears here, and as long as everything is rolling well, there's no real bad place for any of the gears. Seems to be doing perfectly fine. Usually if there was a bad tooth on a gear or something, it would be very much quite a bit of hesitance to that. But we don't see anything here. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is take off the body, and Kind of see the mechanism here. The first thing to do here would be to take off the two screws separating the body from the mechanism. They're both on the ends right here. There we go. Alright, there's a little lift ring. And there it is. This is the 5-pole motor. I believe this was made in Varney specs, but there it is. It's relatively simple. It's not like the... It is a nice motor, but it's not the fanciest that was around at the time. Probably if this was a 5-pole skew wound, that would be really impressive. And at the time there was also a 7-pole skew wound, but that's okay. This is a pretty low-end locomotive, but it still can creep pretty well. This is not obviously a very fast locomotive, but yeah. Yeah, it looks really good. There's quite a bit of, little bit of filth. That's no problem. Now the first thing I'm actually going to do is clean up the body. This is going to be pretty simple. It's just a nice thorough warm water and soap, and use an old toothbrush to clean all that up. Let's go ahead and do that right now. It's kind of an awkward angle, but I'll see if I can make this work. But yeah, here's the body. Still looks pretty good. Unfortunately, I could not find a build date on the body. It was pretty common for these to have like white paint there indicating the date, but I'm not seeing it on here, unfortunately, but I know that this was made in either 58 or 59. So let's go ahead and give this a little cleanup. Put some soap on it. Give it a nice. There we go, it's nice and warm. And take my old toothbrush, which has had a full-time job cleaning up industrial switchers. Oh yeah. I'm sure there's other ways to clean it, but I kind of like doing this. It gets rid of all the dirt, the dust, and if there happens to be any little bit of oil on it, either from our own fingerprints or anything, or just wherever it's sat. Alright. Don't need to go too hard on it. This wasn't really filthy to begin with. There we go. Alright. There it is, all cleaned up there. Looks a lot better. And now this is essentially done. All I'm going to do is just let this dry out. Probably put some, kind of dry it out with a paper towel, but also apply a cotton swab to any of the corners. That's a great way to sort of let it dry up a bit. But yeah, this part's done. Looks a little bit better now. Nice cleaned up body. I figured I'd capture this too. Yeah. Dry it up. What I really like about these is just how chunky these things are. Very solid. These aren't super detailed, but what they are, they're just really charming. And in the future I might want to do a video on kind of comparing a lot of these two-axle switchers and do a comparison contrast by weight, what kind of motor they have, the performance, the power, really everything, and also build quality. And seeing as this is ancient as this is probably still going to be like a top 10 model, especially compared to many of the smaller stuff made in the last 25 years. Okay, that looks pretty good for now. Go ahead and set this to dry. The next thing is to get to the mechanism.